Hey, good morning everyone, and welcome to the SteamRail workshop. I brought in some tooling from home. You can see in the clapper box there, I've got a rust inox style tool holder and a little roughing tool. A little roughing tool works beautifully at home, but we'll see how it goes here. Anyway, the goal for today is to make up some tools for shaping metal. A little tool holder just like this one, and I'll take some of the existing tools and see if I can get them to perform a little bit better. I think a lot of them were made for metal shapers, but it shouldn't be too hard to change them over to work with this big metal shaper. What I was saying was some of the tools were made for lathes, and I've got to change them over to the metal shaper. That's better. And first up, I'm going to take a light cut all around this block and measure the sides and the top and bottom surfaces to see how true the metal shaper as it's set up is operating. So I'll get on with this and I'll let you know how we get on. So I've taken the first cut of the morning, and the cut is pretty smooth, reasonable surface finish. There's only one thing that's a bit odd, which is right here. There's a step in the cutting height, be getting on towards a millimetre. So I'm going to take another cut and actually see what's going on there. And for the observant amongst us, you might notice that the metal shaper's motor is now running in the correct direction, which is always very good. Well, welcome back. I've found out what the problem on my previous cut was. The problem was that the vise wasn't done up tightly enough and the workpiece was lifting. And so I've machined out all of the marks caused by that, and it's back to a nice flat surface. And the surface actually looks quite good, which is very nice to see. So the next thing I will do will be to run a shear tool over it and just see how that comes out. I'll bring you back. So here we are. Here is the finished left by the shear tool. It's actually quite nice. So the thing I'll do next is turn this little piece of metal over and machine the other face in the same way, and then measure the width of the metal across the face, and I'll start to know how accurate the machine is. I'll start to find out, is it turning parallel surfaces, or is it turning something that's not parallel? So I'll bring you back for that. So here we are. I've cut the second side, first of all with the roughing tool and then with the shear tool. And as you can probably see there, the surface is very good. So in a few minutes, I'll be measuring it with my digital micrometer and seeing how parallel the sides are. The other thing I've started wondering about is there's a big hole there which leads down into the shaper internals, and I really don't want that filling up with chips, getting in the oil and causing troubles. So I'd be interested in what anyone can tell me about why that cutout is there in the first place. Maybe it's just to accommodate large tools, perhaps, and how I can go about filling it in. I was thinking of a sheet of rubber or some plywood. Be quite interested to know. So thanks very much. So here we have it, the nice big SteamRail reciprocating saw in action. It's doing a pretty good job, I would say. Cutting off a little bit of metal to make it into a tool holder. It just to be a rusty knock style tool holding. So I'll just wait a little minute and we'll be through. So this is the problem with the old style reciprocating saws. Unless you're cutting a decent length of material, it just doesn't cut straight. I have the same problem with my old reciprocating saw at home, but the new bandsaw with better work holding does a really good job. So why am I going to all this trouble? Well, I've got to start making up the tooling, and the fellow who runs the workshop is very jealous with the machinist's parallels. He keeps them locked up and he's not in today, so I can't access any parallels. So I think I'll bring a set in next week, but I've been toying with the idea of trying to make up a set. I've got all the tools for it, and it could be a fun project. So here we are. I'm doing a bit of squaring up on the end of the steel that I cut a little while ago. So the machine's doing it nicely, and I'm just experimenting with different depths of cuts to see how it works. So that's it for today. I've had enough. I'm going home, and next week I'll bring in a set of engineer's parallels. It's a bit difficult to get too much done without them. And main thing achieved for today is getting the engine or the motor running in the right direction. So the Shaper's now slower on the forward stroke, quicker on the back stroke, and the clutch works properly. Clutch wouldn't work properly when it was running backwards for some reason. So that's it. I'm off, I'm going home, and we'll see you all next week.